Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Steel City Commuters Podcast. I am Nicholas Brown. He is Austin Cairns, and we are back in the Media Hub for another episode talking back to school, talking sports, baseball, and with that, we have a very special guest, our first ever returning guest. Please welcome Lucas Kuhns. Lucas, you're a freshman at Point Park. There's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about. I'm officially a Point Park pioneer. I've never been able to say that on a podcast yet, so...
I was honored, right?
I mean, you got the hoodie, you got the hat,
you got the
four
bag.
horsemen here.
The four horsemen.
I mean, you forgot to introduce them, Nick. How could you?
Yeah, come on, Nick.
We have a bag, too.
Oh, we got the bag?
That's my bag.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you have everything.
And the four horsemen.
And we even have the four horsemen. You want to introduce your guests?
Oh, well, you know, we got our boy Gloop over here. Austin was a little hungry and went to McDonald's one day.
Wait, did you say gloop? It's goop.
Goop, sorry.
Oh,
And then we
How
got-
do you mispronounce your own man's name?
I'm scared. I'm the
And
first ever recurring guest on here. It's
and
a
the
lot of big
shenanigans
pressure.
have already begun.
It's
We're
a lot
not
of
even a minute in.
pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
Just take it here. We'll do the breathing exercise. Ready? Take a deep breath. Now breathe out through the nose.
ASMR live.
Oh, God. We got the boy Orbit, Austin's least favorite. You know, he was hungry and went to
Oh.
Wendy's one day. You
We made
threw
up.
him.
We made up.
We were
remember?
just talking about that with my mom on the phone.
We made up.
Did you, though?
Yes.
Because then after that, you knocked him over
that was
onto
an
Jackals.
accident. That was an accident.
Just like threw him to the floor. Out to the wolves. Then we got the boy Galabi, not Robbie. Galabi. And then we got the boy Steve, who is still holding the original pen that I gave him, like 6 months ago?
Something like
It
that.
was like last Christmas, I think. Last Christmas. Sorry.
I
No one else
gave
wants to
my
sing?
heart.
It's August.
But
He
the
wants to
very
sing.
next day, you gave it away.
You see that little red switch right there, Lucas? If he acts up too much, you can just mute that. We don't have to hear him anymore.
Oh!
I don't think new management.
Here. Let me try muting him real quick. I think I muted him.
No, you didn't.
Thanks.
I think I muted the right one.
Move the right back up.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
A little more.
Oh,
I had it at the right spot. A little more right there. There we go.
Okay.
You
What are you
muted
talking
your other co-host, not mine.
Ooh.
Well, Lucas, you did bring up a really good point. You are the first ever returning guest of Steel City Commuters. I like to ask all of our guests this. What do you think of the recent content? We've been doing a little bit of different things here on Steel City as of late. A lot of crossovers, a lot of guests. Except the two Jaguars have been doing a lot recently. What's your thoughts on the Commuters podcast?
You know, I will admit, I have not listened to every single episode of this podcast. I have listened to both crossovers.
Oh.
I listened to the This or That. That was probably my favorite episode so far. I listened to the one with your dad on it, which some of your takes just
Whoa.
Wait, who are we talking about?
this guy.
That guy.
DTNB.
Wait a minute. We're not supposed to be throwing shade. New
Sorry.
management is together.
Well, that was like a long time ago, so I forgive you. I'm assuming you've smartened up since that episode.
Yes, of course, because I'm always trying to improve.
Yeah, of course. Listen to I think probably 3/4 of the one with Matt on it.
That was a good episode.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I missed. The Kevin one. I listened to
Ryan.
that one.
Why Ryan Quinn?
Ryan Quinn. I think I listened to like half of it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it. I know that because my work shift ended.
So our podcast is for you to like ease into work.
Both podcasts are. I listen to both of them whenever I'm doing carts at work. So
Okay.
gives me something to listen to and pass the time.
That's good then, because we're doing our job then.
You are doing your job.
Okay, so how do you feel about being a returning guest, the first ever returning guest? And it's not going to be the last time. Let's just say that.
It's an honor. You know, I'm glad to be on the Steel City Commuters as a returner. I'm glad that my first episode didn't go to shame. Austin's doing something.
Now he says I'm too
Just
quiet.
popped. There you go.
Now he says I'm too quiet. And I was too loud. I'll never be perfect for him.
You're perfect now.
Okay. And you're a commuter yourself to Point Park.
I am a commuter myself. I took the bus with Austin this morning.
That has to be scary.
I will say, you know, yesterday I didn't take it with Austin. The bus ride was very smooth. It was vibrating a lot today and making some weird noises.
Nick, he is 100% right. I don't know what got into that bus. I think it was possessed. I think that bus was
Was it an
possessed.
older one or was it one of the newer models?
It was an older one. It was one of the older
It
ones.
was like the long ones too, with like the middle part.
Or the accordion?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think we're on Carson, and then out of nowhere, the bus is just dun 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 dun. I look at Lucas. I said, "My goodness!" I was like, "What is wrong with this bus?"
And you had an accordion yesterday and it wasn't that bad.
I had an accordion yesterday and it was perfectly fine.
Okay.
Smooth sound.
See, I had an accordion yesterday too, and it was perfectly fine. So I don't know what was up with the bus today.
I had
and,
a
and I think the driver was a little like, he didn't like to put his foot on the pedal very much. You know, he was letting people cut him off and he was just taking it. He
Yeah.
was just taking it.
I had an older bus going home yesterday, and that thing was just buzzing all night,
Really?
all day. And I'm thinking, and I even fell asleep on the bus.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm scared to do that because I'm scared I'll miss my stop. I'll wake up and I'll be back in Carnegie.
Well, you two don't have it that easy, where you're like, what? You're the last stop, but there's not that many stops on the G2. Where if you take the one, there's 100.
Actually, we're the first stop.
Going
Going into the city.
going in.
Yeah, we're the first stop.
Going home, you're the last one. So you have
Yeah.
some time. Me, on the other hand, I have 104 stops
My gosh.
on the one.
Good Lord.
From here all the way up to New Kent. And I think in total there's like 115.
I think we have like 9.
How do you fit that many people on the bus? I mean, I guess there's not that many people at the stops.
Well, we go through the waterworks, we go through Etna, we go through Sharpsburg, we go through Fox Chapel, Springdale, Cheswick, all before you get to New Kent. I fell asleep yesterday. I don't even remember leaving the city. That's how tired I was. And I woke up and I said, oh, we're only at the waterworks? I said, I'm still on the bus? But yeah.
You know, I can't even yell at you for that because whenever I went back to Carnegie yesterday, I went to my grandma's diner, had some great food. He was there for a little bit. My other friend was there for a little bit. I went home, passed out till 8 o'clock.
First day is always rough.
It is.
It is, yeah. I woke up way earlier than I needed to. I was sitting at my house bored waiting to leave because I woke up at like 7 on the dot. I realistically don't even need to leave until like 8:10. So
Well, at least you guys didn't have to have a 6 to 9 class last night and try and come home in the city, which, by the way, was really chilly last night. I'm shocked on how chilly it's getting. It's getting really cold out.
I brought that up yesterday morning when we were walking.
You're in the
into
sweats.
city.
his face was shaking yesterday. His face was going,
I was shivering yesterday. It was bad. And what I tell you yesterday, I said, I got to pull out the sweats. And I went home last night. I said, where are the damn sweats? So I had to pull out the sweats. And I said,
where's your flannels at? You said you were going to wear flannels all week.
And you said you're going to wear mittens.
I have
and
to
a
dig
scarf.
those out too. I don't know where I put everything for the winter because I'm very organized. I have a winter section, summer section. So I have to start digging out the winter because
You're like that too?
yes, now I'm hot. I'm hot in the sweats. I'm like sweating to death in here. But yesterday in academic, the one room, I was ready to get the hell out of there. I was freezing. I said, I need a coat.
My professor yesterday, Mr. Rosenberg, he actually said that he welcomed us all to the fall semester, and he said it's weird. It actually feels like fall in Pittsburgh, where usually it's 95 degrees and thundering, and he said something else that was really funny, but I can't remember.
Which, in all honesty, I'm not complaining at all. I like
Right.
this weather. This is the
Yeah, this is
nice
good
weather.
weather.
Like, it's nice. It's nice to the point where like you can be outside, but you don't want to stay outside. But at the same time, you want to be inside, but not be. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You kind of want to be out there, but not the entire day.
But think of it, it's always going to be 5 to 10 degrees colder. One, because we're the river, and we're in a wind tunnel because of all the big buildings.
that is true. That's
So
a good point.
it's even colder when you get to like PNC Central Park.
Yeah, if it's like 55, it's like 50 out.
Yes.
You haven't experienced a less than 10 degree day here in the city.
Oh,
with the,
yes.
With the like the sewer grates, like how they freeze over and they're all
Yes.
slippy. Yeah, you're way too experienced.
Or
that
with the
semester.
heat coming out of the top in
Oh.
the middle.
Yeah,
you haven't experienced that yet either.
I can't wait to wipe out in the middle of the city. Trying to walk the class.
I've almost done it once in a suit. It was
Well,
awful.
especially here with the snow, and they don't really do snow removal downtown.
Great.
Let's just say it's normally slippy, as they say here in downtown. When I say
Downtown, Brown.
slippy, it's actually slippy. And Austin, you can vouch for this.
100%. I almost fell in a suit. I had my duffel bag, my backpack, and I'm like, whoa, I'm slipping and sliding.
You never see a Pittsburgh City Works truck plowing, salting, and people say that the sidewalks are heated. I don't want to say that that's true or false, but in some parts, they're a little bit good. Like a lot of the major businesses, there's probably some salt. But when you get down to like crossing the street, normally there's a lot of snow and like that slush that connects.
Slush, yeah.
And you really can't dart across like you normally can do. It's just cold.
You have to actually wait for the walk sign.
Yes.
So I want to kind of rewind for a second, if you don't mind, Lucas. Last time you were on the podcast, you were undecided on what you were doing going
yes.
forward.
Wasn't
You had the idea in your head, like, oh, I mean, if Point Park is there, why not? I remember you saying. I went back and listened to it a little bit because I wanted to kind of see where you were last time and compare it to now. Now you're here.
Mhm.
You're in the flesh. You're not just wearing the merch. You're not just carrying the bag. You're actually in the presence. I gotta ask you, man, what is your biggest goal here at Point Park for these next 4 years? I know your mom's watching, your family's watching. All of our friends back home are watching. What is Lucas Kuhns' number one? And we'll go around the room. I'll go around the room. I'm a senior. You're a sophomore. You're a freshman. We're all different age groups. What's your number one goal that you want to accomplish before you graduate here?
I think the number one goal is, probably something a lot of people in our careers in general would think. It's work with as many of the major teams as I have the opportunities to work with.
Great answer.
We have the opportunities to work with all of them. You've already worked with some of them. So, may as well take advantage of it while I can. Obviously, get my diploma, don't want to leave without that. Try to get out as debt-free as possible, which is looking not so great right now. But you know what? We're we're going on with it. But yeah, I'd say that's probably my top 3.
Okay. I like that as a freshman because you're already setting high standards. Normally, the freshman, there is something as a freshman slump.
There's a freshman slump, but I'll tell you what, though. I mean, when you have going under the wings of a sophomore and a senior who's already established here, It's a nicer transition. So that's why Lucas here, he's our prodigy. That's what we're going to call him. He's the prodigy. Listen, no, new nickname. The prodigy of Point Park. Triple P.
Triple P.
Triple P.
Triple
The
P is
prodigy of
joining
Point
us.
Park is Lucas Kuhns.
I'm Triple P now.
You're Triple P now.
That's my street name.
Yeah. F Triple H. You're Triple P.
Sorry, Triple A.
Oh, and
A.
Triple A. What are we talking about?
Actually, you should probably get some Triple
Triple
A.
A, yeah, car hinge over there.
Muffler moments.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I actually learned something about AAA. I know this is the most stupid off-top conversation, and I'll let you do
Oh,
your
that's
goals
okay.
too.
We like off topics here.
I was at my mom's work, and she was ordering at this one restaurant, and apparently, if you show them your AAA insurance card, you get like 15% off your order. I didn't know that.
Wait, what? Huh? What?
What restaurant?
I forget the restaurant. It's on Nobletown Road. It's like a bar restaurant.
What
It's really-
restaurant is partnered with Triple A?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, wait, what? You can get 15% off your order?
Did I miss something at CityWorks, Permanis? Are they AAA partners?
So
I
from
wanna
now
know.
on,
I'm pretty sure that's how much student discounts go for like big brands like Apple and like maybe Best Buy.
well, maybe there's a place in the city that does a student discount and a AAA discount.
So can we get double discounts?
That's what I'm thinking. You see
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
need-
going?
we
Yes,
need-
double discounts.
See, Nick Brown's on the same brainwave.
Yeah, we gotta get that 30% discount. Come on now.
Because I asked at CityWorks, no, we don't get a student discount. Permanis, I think we do.
We do.
Really? Oh, I'm about to be
Yes.
the number one
I
customer.
think the Market Square one.
Yeah, Market Square one.
we gotta go there at least once this semester.
I don't know where else we get a student
Probably
discount.
not more than once because prices.
The Benedum, you get 50% off of
50?
certain tickets for certain shows at the Benedum. 50
No shows. Yeah.
What's your goals though?
to show up. That's probably one of the biggest goals is to
To
show
not
up.
drop out.
Right, not to drop out because there's also such thing as a sophomore slump. And after you get burned out quickly, you just, the train continues to fall the other way. But I really want to show up, kind of get that support and continue my studies, but also get the intern experience and get the foot in
Yes.
the door.
Yes, internships are big. I'll tell you what, internships are big. You want to know what my biggest goal is?
What?
In all honesty, I want to grow my platform. Not two Jagoffs, not Steel City. I mean, I do want to grow those
Yes.
too. But I want to grow my social network. I want to grow, and I'll give you credit on this, Nick. You helped me build a LinkedIn, which, by the way, I'm 3 connections away from 1,000.
3?
I'm at 997 right now.
I have to. I
We'll
think,
check after the
okay.
recording.
I think I have like 4. I have Bill Hillgrove, Robbie Mikowski,
Oh, Bill Hillgrove
and,
now.
and you
Hillgrove.
two.
Wow. Okay.
Those are my 4 connections.
All right. Well, shout out to Bill.
That's a start.
Well wishes to Bill as well.
Yeah, anyone that looks at my profile is gonna be like, "Who is this kid that has like 2 really famous people and then these 2?" It's like it's
Whoa.
so random.
Whoa.
These two.
In the
These
ni-
two.
in the
Wait a
nicest-
minute.
In the nicest way possible, Bill Hillgrove and Robbie Mikowski are way more notable than any of us here.
I guess.
I guess.
Bill Hillgrove called the famous catch in 2009. Come on now.
Shut up. But anyway, back to the
That was
goals.
a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Back to the goals, though. I want to continue to grow my social network. I believe growing like your X, your Facebook, your Instagram, making them as professional as possible, making your own personal brand is key. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job at it so far. I feel like I've put myself out there enough to the point where when I do meet people for the first time, people are starting to be like, oh, yeah, I've seen your stuff on social media before. Or, oh, yeah, I've seen some of your work and I've seen some of your broadcasting and podcasting. I'm like, oh, okay, that means I'm doing something right. And I think that if I can continue to grow that here, that's going to be something I want to do before I leave. And obviously, who doesn't want to get a degree?
Speaking of connecting,
I'll get my second degree.
right, you'll be here for your master's.
Yeah,
which
that'll be
means-
my third.
Well, with what you said about like people are starting to like know your podcast. I mean, I told you that story.
Oh, yeah,
What
you should
happened at
share that
Giant
story. That's
Yes,
a cool
please.
All right.
That's a
I don't
cool
even know this story. I don't think.
So I was at Giant Eagle working, and I was a cashier. Usually on carts, but they also put me on cashier whenever someone calls off and stuff like that. And it was packed. Brakes were getting behind. The cart guy outside said it sucked. We could not get the lines to go down. And this guy and his wife come up, and they have like a million items. And I don't like talking while I'm working because I don't want to like mess up your order. I don't want to double scan you. I don't want to charge you extra. So I'm trying to like just go through and get it done. So I'm not very talkative. Like if you have a big order. And this guy's the most talkative guy I had all day. He's asking me a million questions. And eventually it gets down. I don't remember most of it. I probably could tell it better whenever I told you it. But he gets down to like hobbies and stuff. And I said like podcasting. It's like one of them. And he was like, oh, I love podcasts. Like, what podcast you on? I'm like, oh, I'm a host of this little hometown podcast, 2 Jagoffs. He pulls out his phone. He's literally midway through a 2 Jagoffs episode. He's midway through. I've never seen this guy in my life. He's like, wait, you're on this? I'm like, yeah, what episode are you listening to? I think he was listening to an interview. And I'm like, oh, I'm not on that one. And I'm like, go to all of our videos. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, scroll down. and I find the Angelo interview. I'm like, click on that one and turn on the video. He turns on the video. I'm like, I'm sitting right there. Or I'm sitting right there, actually. And he was like, it's you. I'm like, yeah. So then we started talking about that for a while. But that was pretty cool, I thought.
So he got you to be talkative.
He did get me to be talkative. Although I think I actually did double scan him, so I had to avoid something.
Oh, my God.
No,
But see how small of a world we are in today?
I'll tell you what, that validation that you probably got right there too.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first got my first validation from someone at IWC, I mean, I've shared the story before. I was at IWC. Someone recognized me from like the promos and podcasts, like, oh yeah, you're the one that does a lot. And this was before I did commentary. Just when I was just doing camera work, and I was just walking around, and they were like, oh my gosh, yeah, you do the Two Jagoffs podcast. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And they're like, oh, keep it up, man. That's so cool. I see your stuff all the time. And I was like, wow. And I think they listened to because at the time it was the Palace interview, which by the way, representing my boy Andrew Palace today.
And speaking of Andrew Palace,
Yeah, you got good news.
I got a follow from him last night. It was 9 o'clock, I think, when that came through, and I'm sitting there, scrolling through Facebook, and I get an Instagram notification, and it says, "At the Andrew Palace has followed me." I had to double check that.
Does that mean that the entire Jagoff Mafia, besides Mr. Jack Dean, is followed by Andrew?
Oh my God,
Yes.
I forgot about that. Even Bella is followed.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Mr.
is your
Jack.
dad followed by him? Probably not.
I gotta double check on that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
But speaking of Palace, I mean,
That's big.
that is big. Because, a lot of the famous people are very selective of who they follow and who they want to connect with. I've never met AP, but I always say good things about him. AP is giving out follows here left and right.
I know. Well, it goes back to the point we brought up earlier in the week. Wrestlers are some of the most down-to-earth, nicest people that you will ever meet. And I feel like that's a good topic to bring up now with Derek Dillinger and Katie Arquette.
Ah, yes.
Somebody, I don't know if you finished it or not.
I
yet.
finished it about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
Oh, good. So it's
Okay.
fresh in his mind.
It's fresh in your mind. Well,
fresh in my mind.
I want to hear your thoughts. Nick, obviously, it's well known that you were behind the scenes for that interview. I needed somebody to take pictures and videos and help out with promos that day. So, Lucas, as someone that wasn't there, as someone that actually knows Derek and Katie before they even came on the podcast, because you are a wrestling fan, I got to hear your perspective on this.
Should I do the Derek stare and just stare at that seat the whole time I talk about this?
Go right ahead.
All right. So, I mean, the interview was actually really good. No, Derek staring daggers was my favorite part of the whole episode, I think. I just died laughing whenever they weren't even talking about something funny. Just him staring at Nick the whole time was great. No, you guys did a good job. It was really good. They shared a lot of really cool stories. First time we've had like 2 guests on during the same episode, right?
Yep.
So, I mean,
A lot to balance.
and they're both wrestlers, and they're both very famous and well-known wrestlers. I mean, not like very famous, but like in the indies, they're like probably some of the tops.
Oh, yeah.
No, Katie was great. The one story that I liked a lot, I'm blanking right now so hard. I think it was like one of her stories, like right after the one where she said like she would never take like a bump with glass, or it might have been like right before, but it was like right around that time. But she had a lot of great stories. Derek was fun too. I like that he hates lettuce. I'm definitely bringing lettuce to the next IWC event.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, lettuce. And I'm sitting there behind the scenes.
And he's talking about how it tastes terrible. He can smell it, dude. It tastes like water. Like it doesn't have a taste to it. It's just crunchy.
Yeah, but it's like moist. Like it's kind of like pickles. Like it like ruins the
No,
bun.
no. Pickles has a whole different flavor that like flavors everything with it. It mixes in with the cheese, the bun, the meat.
Well, it depends if it's romaine.
Oh,
Romaine
lettuce
doesn't
is
have a
lettuce.
flavor.
There's no difference in
It
flavor.
doesn't have a flavor.
You actually think lettuce has a flavor?
I don't think lettuce has a flavor, but it has a different texture.
Yeah, because it's not a bun. Of course, it has the meat has a different
No, I'm
texture
saying
than the
like
bun
I'm saying
too.
different lettuces, like romaine.
Well, what do you make of people that have like the lettuce? Lettuce is their bun. Like they have a lettuce.
That's just weird.
lettuce at the top and.
I don't know.
lettuce at the
I don't know
bottom.
if I could do that.
No.
I mean, I like having a bun, but then I like having lettuce too.
I could do the waffle bun, but not that.
I could do the pretzel bun.
Derek
I
can't
think
do any.
Oh, the
lettuce.
pretzel bun's good.
Pretzel
Too.
bun.
Derek
Sounds
can't do
really
any
good.
lettuce.
Well, yeah, we know that.
So you think Derek and Katie was a good interview?
I think it was a really good interview. Definitely in the tops.
Didn't you like me behind the scenes? Didn't you call
He's still
Austin
staring like
laughing?
Derek. I
No, you behind the scenes is cool. It's funny that he actually made you talk.
Thinking,
I mean, that's definitely a first time that's ever happened. So I mean,
he's
there's-
staring at me. I'm like,
no one's ever been behind the scenes for one. So
I was shocked. What do you think, Austin? I think Austin was shocked too when he said, "I'm trying to get your producer to talk."
I kept looking over at him and he was like staring off and I was like oh he's trying to break him, and I think I thought it was hilarious because I'm over here talking to Katie about like I don't even remember what we were talking about, like John Cena or something, and then over there
you guys were talking about like your Mount Rushmores and stuff, and that's when
Yes.
John Cena came up.
yeah, because Kane is her favorite, John Cena.
Kane being her favorite really surprised me. Actually, that might have been the topic I really liked. It might have been her top wrestlers.
yeah, Kane.
And her one about Chris Jericho. That was cool.
Yeah, oh Jericho's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Jericho.
Shut up.
But yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. As someone who was sitting here in this chair and talking to Katie, who was in that chair, and Derek, who was all the way over there in that chair, I'll tell you right now, they were two of my favorite guests. I don't just say that just because they are wrestlers and wrestling is my cup of tea. I'm quite literally wearing a wrestling t-shirt as we speak right now for a reason. And Palace, Barkley, Gannon, and both Derek and Katie were all phenomenal. And I feel like a lot of people in the wrestling community don't like Derek and Katie due to the fact that they are heels.
That's their job to make you not like them.
Exactly.
And guess what? If you don't like them and you boo the hell out of them and you don't want anything to do with them, that means they are doing their job correctly. And damn it, Derek and Katie are two of the best at it. Katie, I'm going to talk about her first. Arguably one of the best women's wrestlers that we have here in Pittsburgh. I mean, Britt Baker, I would probably say is the greatest female wrestler to come out of Pittsburgh just because she's went on and done great things in AEW. She's went and became multi-time women's world champion. Great feuds with Thunder Rosa, Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, you name it. But Katie Arquette's right there in that same conversation. She is incredible. And Derek Dillinger, I didn't think he had as big of a following as he did. I did my research on him. Derek's been all over the place too. I mean, you talk about all the ways up in Canada and Greektown, Cleveland with AIW, Pittsburgh with IWC and Enjoy and all these other promotions. They're all over the place. They're
Also,
great.
His story about his broken arm was crazy.
Yes.
Oh
Not
my
being
God.
able to feel it, not having to like pull over and like change drivers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Great stories, great insight. Hour and 23 minutes too. I'll take it. That's a long interview.
That is a long interview.
But beforehand, they stayed to talk, and even after the interview, they stayed to talk too.
And guess what? Every wrestler did that. Every wrestler did that. Lucas, you were there for Gannon, so you can attest to this.
I can
Gannon
attest
did
to
it.
that one, yeah.
I did Wes and Palace on my own. They both did the exact same thing. And that just shows you how down to earth they're. Now, I'm not saying any of the other guests weren't, because about almost every single, actually, I think every single guest did actually take the time to actually stay back at least a couple minutes just to talk. But the wrestlers were the ones that stayed to talk business the entire time.
And giving you the advice that you need.
Giving the advice, the off-the-record advice. Because sometimes, yes, the advice that you portray on camera is great because the audience can take it. But if you really want to give that one person advice, the off-the-record stuff is what's the most
Oh, I
important.
love the off the record, because that's when you get into the nicks and
That's
cracks of
when
it
you
all.
see and I'm not saying that Katie and Derek wasn't real on camera, because they 100% were.
Everybody was real,
Everyone was real.
but there's just a whole different tone and conversation behind the
Exactly.
scenes that
Exactly.
you can't really reveal.
It's more personal.
It is.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
the best word you could have said. It's personal, and I love that. And Katie and Derek were great. They were great at welcoming you, who had, let's be honest, not a damn clue about anything wrestling related. And it made you, I wouldn't say a fan, but at least piqued your interest a little bit.
Yes. Ready for Thursday night fights.
So, oh boy. But actually, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so
boy.
glad you said that.
Okay,
Listen,
I'm done staring.
you're done staring now?
You're done. You're done doing the Derek look.
Different topic.
Different
Oh,
topic.
Derek.
If you don't mind, gentlemen, may I please, I don't ask for much.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
here, I'll even turn my mic away from me.
Oh, you're the
All
best.
yours.
Oh,
I don't ask for much, but may I please just have at least like a minute to 2 minutes uninterrupted, please?
sure. You can take over. I need a break.
New management over here over the last couple months. This new management, I'm talking about you two. I didn't respect you guys for a while as new management. I'm going to be honest. But ever since what transpired these last couple weeks in 880 Wrestling, I have grown to not just respect, but adore this new management. Because you two should be just as offended as I am with the fact that there is a new management taking over a different wrestling company and now coming at yours truly. Now, you can say what you want about me. Oh, I look like JFK. Oh, my muffler's going to fall down halfway on 79. Oh, he maybe drank 3 beers in New York. Whatever. You can say whatever you want. But at the end of the day, what is known is that I take professional wrestling and commentary very seriously. I'm an unbiased journalist about 100% of the time, 110% of the time. So when I said that some guy named John and Clayton King, a.k.a. Ferret Boy, and Reese Hayes, the new co-owner of 880 Wrestling, was, cheating, bending the rules, trying to get their way however they so could, they took offense to that. And not only did they take offense to that, they targeted our 2 Jagoffs platforms, our Steel City Commuters platforms. They brought poor Nicholas Brown, who has nothing to do with the wrestling community whatsoever, into this. And they said that they are going to, quote, beat my ass on Thursday. Well, I'll tell you what. This episode's coming out on Wednesday. It is tomorrow on Thursday. I think that I speak for all of us when I say that this new management versus old management rivalry, I think we can officially put it to an end, because there's a greater enemy, and that is this corrupt new management from a completely different entity.
They're not They're not new. They're corrupt. They're old. They
Yeah, it's corrupt management.
yeah.
It's corrupt.
It's
man.
corrupt. They need to be put
the
to bed.
fact that they even consider themselves to be new management is quite funny to me because their management is already poorer than ours has ever been at the start. I think the reason that you have learned to respect us now is because you know how hard it is now to start up a purely unbiased and working new management. You see these unprofessionals that come in here thinking that they can just start up some new management from something that was already working. They can't do that. But me and Nick, we came in, we said what we're saying, and we succeeded.
They just need to, go somewhere else and go bug somebody else.
Yeah, Fair Boy, and some guy named John. They ain't
They
nothing, bro.
cheat. You can't have new management and cheat. Come on.
He even commented on my first day back to school post. I'm excited. I'm an enthusiastic young individual that is excited to chase my academic goals. And this ferret guy decides to comment I'm a nerd. I ain't no nerd.
He's the nerd.
I may or may not screenshot that.
Thanks. But
He's the biggest nerd.
Some guy named John, he's scared of me. He's actually, some guy named John and Clayton King are both scared of me, actually.
Are they actually?
They both refuse to reply to my comments.
Interesting. But
I
they'll reply to me.
called both of them out.
because again, they're picking the weakest link. They
That's
think
true.
that you're weak. That's what they're doing. I'm not saying that. That's what
right.
they're doing by targeting you.
Well,
Just like they
They-
think I'm weak by targeting me.
They avoided me. They did not respond to my callouts.
Which is why we're going to call them out.
yes, right here, right
Now,
now.
I'm not a wrestler, and I'm not getting a no damn ring. You see what he does to me in the two Jaguars
I'll get in
promos
the
every
ring with
single
I'll get
week.
in the ring.
Oh,
with
I
them.
know you will. I
I'll
won't
get in the
either.
ring with them.
But I'll tell you this right now. Let this be a warning to Ferret Boy, Reese Hayes, and some guy named John. Well, like some asshole named John.
Yes.
If you mess with new management, if you mess with old management, you're also messing with new management. And if you're messing with new management, you're also messing with old management. I'm not asking to join new management because you guys are new management and I respect that. But all I'm asking for is if you so graciously accept this truce between new management and old management to take down corrupt management.
Of course.
Of course.
Can we sign off on that?
We'll sign off on that.
We'll do we'll fist bump him for
Whoa.
me. Boom,
Wait,
boom.
on, like
Yeah, there.
Okay, there we go.
Connected. That was so, no.
Yeah, we're never doing that again. I just want to remind some guy named John that all it took to get under his skin was some guy named Mr. Jack Dean to say that your socks are untied.
Which is why the best part about Two Jackals Steel City Commuters, we're a welcoming environment. We welcome all guests. We welcome
Yes, we do.
politicians. We welcome actors, athletes, regular students like ourselves, wrestlers. We welcome all different forms and walks of life. So if any of you guys have, quite frankly, the balls to actually show up here to Point Park's Media Hub, I'd be happy to send you the address. I would love to have a conversation. And we could talk about why corrupt management is so corrupt. We could talk about the current state of 880 Wrestling, or we could just talk about the current beef that was started by the three of you for no apparent reason with me when I was just simply doing my due diligence as a commentator and calling out your shenanigans.
If John comes on, John, you should bring. Oh, you don't have the title anymore. You can't bring the title to show it.
Oh.
Are you talking about that TNF championship
that
you lost
TNF
in less than 2 minutes?
Less than
Oh.
2. Wow.
To Liberty L.
Oh, I think I could hold up a better fight.
I'm about to say, some of our promos last longer than that match.
Yes.
Lucas Kuhns goes on longer than that.
My gosh.
John, in our famous words, got his ass axed.
Oh.
Oh.
Some guy that got axed.
Some guy got axed. Yes.
So,
You're welcome to come on.
welcome. We're a welcoming environment. We're not going to do anything. We're not. Again, I'm not a wrestler. I mean, he's kind of a bouncer himself, but I mean, he's not a wrestler either. And Nick, you are far from
If
it.
we have to have it, Derek and Katie will be on our side.
We'll have Katie and Derek. I'm
Yeah, we have IWC on our side.
Andrew
buddy.
Palace.
yeah. Actually, half the 880 roster will be on our side. I know Casey Warwell. I know Brandon St. James. I know so many great 880 wrestlers that would love to take down this new corrupt management team.
I mean, I think we can just say we're safe because, we have Gannon on our side.
No, yeah.
And we have Duke on our side. And I think
Andrew.
either one of them alone could take out both of them.
Duke's going to kill all three of them.
Duke's
Then, everything would be put
kill
through.
you.
Then everything would be put to bed and we can continue to move on our lives. But if they do come, I already have an idea how we're going to set this up. We're going to be on one side and they will be on another side far away.
Oh, good God.
A 3-on-2?
Three on
3-on-2
two.
match.
Do I have to look at Ferret Boy?
Yes. Unless you want to be right next to him. I can
no.
rearrange. I can put
I think we can put a paper bag on his head.
I could put Ferret Boy, then you, some guy named John in the middle,
Okay.
then me, and then I'm gonna put
Poor Reese.
Put Reese right next to me.
Yeah, well, you both are short, so it makes sense. You next to Reese. I mean, you both are what, like 5'2"?
I think I'm taller than Reese. I'm 5'7". Reese is 5'2".
I think. I do got to be careful, though, what I say to Reese specifically, because Reese technically is the new co-owner, and he has booted me off commentary 3 weeks in a row and told me to sit off the entire first half. So I do respect new management in that sense. But
Well, was it because of you, or was it actually because of him? Because
I think Fairport even admitted it, that they did some behind-the-scenes pulling of the strings to make sure that I'm not on commentary, which backfired in their face, by the way, because they said they didn't want me on commentary for the Reese match. They didn't want me on commentary for the Clayton match, but they did want me on commentary for John's match because they wanted to see John with his instant opportunity, which ended up being a 2-minute squash.
that instant opportunity turned into instant depression.
It really did.
You know, maybe they don't want you on commentary because you're an unbiased journalist.
Yeah.
They don't like
They're
unbiased.
trying to silence me.
Yes.
Yeah, they're silencing you. They're trying to put on their own version of with a scripted things to say.
And guess what? They call themselves leaders by example. That's not leading by example
No,
at all.
no.
That's bullying by
You know what? I think we need to take this to the courts, just like the president does with everything
courts?
else.
Whoa. I mean, if you want to be our lawyer, you could be our
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm not. No.
I'm about to say, you're my caddy, you're my secretary, and now you're my lawyer.
Just keep adding to the list.
Yeah, there we go.
And what's LK?
bodyguard.
He's my bodyguard. We've been over this. He's my
Same.
bodyguard, my bouncer. Those are my.
Same with me too, because
Listen, when 2 Jagoffs live happens over at the fishbowl, I need a bouncer to be right outside the door checking IDs. That's gonna be him.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna pass right by that through security.
I mean, as long as you have your ID on you. You last time we went to go look at 2 Jackoffs live, you
Oh.
lost it. You lost your ID. Last time we went to the room.
I have no idea how that happened, but the ID,
Because you're too busy hitting me and Austin with it.
because you're moving so damn slow. Walk.
I was following him. Why were you hitting me?
That's a good point. I said to him this morning, "You two walk so slow in the city. You gotta like be fast paced in the city."
Actually, whenever I tried to cross on the street, you made me stop and wait for the slow truck to go by.
Oh, you.
No, you.
Me? Why are you looking at me?
It was
I wasn't
yesterday.
with you.
Yesterday, I was trying to go across. You said, stop. Okay, there's
Oh.
a car coming. That truck was moving like 2 miles an hour.
No, that's different. Today I'm talking about. Austin says that you walk very slow and you want to stop and mosey posey at everything.
That's not true.
That's what you said about a half hour ago.
No. Don't do you hear this?
What
Hey.
did you tell me over in David's
You're
class?
starting stuff. Again, we have bigger issues
I
to
know.
attend to.
I know, but I just want to make the point clear that none of this is the issue.
All I said was he was going to get lost on the way here because you were trying to use Waze, which you did say that. You said you were going to Waze your way here.
They are
Joke.
the
I'm
biggest
not gonna waste
issue.
it.
Waze it?
You're going to
Waze
waze it?
Waze it?
Well, they're the biggest
Waze
issue
the Jolly Roger.
in downtown at the fountain.
Oh, this episode's already bad.
Oh, God.
Well, because of corrupt management.
Can we talk some football?
Yes, Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
No. So, Lucas, tomorrow on 2 Jagoffs, me, you, and my dad will be doing our big preseason recap. We'll be talking college football. There's some other NFL headlines. There's a big wrestling headline that I want to cover tomorrow. I'm not going to do it on here. You have a lot to say about it, actually.
Yeah.
And we already had a rant with wrestling this episode. We'll save that for tomorrow. I want to know, Lucas Kuhns, we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. We're looking at an Aaron Rodgers. We're looking at a DK Metcalf, a Jalen Warren,
TJ Watt.
a TJ Watt, Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey. What is your honest, and again, we did this in our AFC breakdown, so I kind of already know your opinion, but for the Steel City fan base and for our good friend Nick Brown over there, what is your honest expectations for the Steelers this year?
It's a tough question. I'm not delusional, so I'm not saying Super Bowl like some fans do
Oh.
for other teams located in the Texas region.
We have all day. Well, you know, that's okay. If you
It's
can
not
take
like you don't have a class in like 45 minutes, but
Yeah, I do have a class in like 45 minutes. The lowest wins I see us getting 9. I don't think we're having a losing season with this team. Max, I think I said was like 12.
12 wins?
I don't see that happening, but I threw it out there as a max.
You're concerning Nick over there.
I am concerning Nick over here, although his team's only getting 9 wins. We're probably getting 10 or 11, realistically.
You think? You think?
11 would be an upset. 10 would be what I think we should get. 9 would be we had something bad happen. 12 is miracle on ice.
You think Aaron Rodgers is stable enough to fit the whole season? He's not going to get bumps and bruises and
I think me and Jumbo Dad 1 agree on he's good enough to get us there.
You think so?
His dad actually said 11. I'm leaning towards 10.
I think his dad said 11 too on this podcast.
He stands by his point. It's a good man.
I think.
That is a good man.
I don't think so.
I hope so. It's my dad.
I just hope whoever wins looks at my bracket before the game so I can win.
Listen, if we're going to be honest with ourselves here, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to find a way to get a winning record. They're going to find a way to squeeze into the playoffs, and they're going to lose first round.
And that's it. Clip that. Literally, you can play that every year.
That's inevitable, and I feel like that, and that is true. You can literally play that every single year. But the storyline that we should be talking about with the Steelers that not many are covering is the simple fact that two out of the other three teams within the division are light years ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Say what you want about the Cincinnati Bengals defense, but me and you already been over this, Lucas. That shouldn't be their biggest issue going into this year. It should be the way they start off the season. The Bengals are 0-8 the last 8 years. In week 1 and week 2, they've always had a losing record to start off their first 5-game stretch. They need to figure out how to get off to a hot start and get back to Super Bowl contention like they were several years ago. With that being said, the Baltimore Ravens, as long as Lamar Jackson, God bless, he stays healthy, that team right there is most likely winning this division. How are the Steelers going to overcome? I'm not saying they can't beat them. I'm not saying they can't split with them or even sweep either one of those teams this year. But both of those teams are most likely going to finish above the Pittsburgh Steelers as long as both Burrow and Lamar stays healthy. So the Steelers already have trials and tribulations within their own division. Not to mention the Browns, who is, I would say, slightly better than last year. They're still awful. They're still going to be bottom of the barrel. They still split with the Steelers last year. They had that upset game on Thursday Night Fight of all games, which was a primetime game in front of the entire world to see. And I know everyone makes up the snow excuse. It snows in both Cleveland and Pittsburgh, so I don't want to hear that BS. But the Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens are all at the tip of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not to mention the rest of the competition in the AFC. We can go into how the West has gotten better. We can go into how the South is so 50-50 and so unpredictable. It depends on which team you look at. And then the AFC North, outside of the Bills, that division's pretty much a train wreck as well. The East. So there's so much you can look at with the rest of the AFC bracket. My biggest storyline and my biggest expectation is how will Aaron Rodgers look? He looked okay in his last season with the New York Jets, but he looked nowhere near his prime Green Bay Packers days. I'm expecting a winning record. I'm expecting a playoff appearance just because of Mike Tomlin. But at the end of the day, we need to move on. We need to change the culture here in Pittsburgh. And I believe a losing season is the only way that would actually start. And unfortunately, under this regime, it's not going to happen.
What do you make of the contract negotiations that are taking place
With
over at the Steelers? There was a few up for negotiation. TJ Watt was earlier. Isn't Cam Hayward up doing some contract negotiations?
It seems like the Cam Hayward stuff got settled. I think they negotiated something. TJ Watt, he's already locked and loaded.
Our kicker, I think there were some headlines about that.
There was. So Ben Sauls, who, by the way, Pittsburgh is such an idiot for getting rid of Ben Sauls. He's going to be a really good kicker in the league. I had the pleasure of watching him the last 4 years at Pitt. He is a good kicker. He's going to probably be starting on a team by week 1. Mark my words. Pitt cut him earlier this week. I don't know if he signed anywhere at the time of this posting, but yeah, Ben Sauls, he got cut. Chris Boswell, say what you want about him. He is one of the better kickers in the NFL. I wouldn't say best. I know that's something me and you debate, Lucas, because you bring up how Justin Tucker's no longer in the league.
Yeah.
I'd argue Chase McLaughlin. I'd argue Brandon Aubrey.
I would stick with LK on that one about Chris Boswell being the best.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you some credit. I think your Dallas kicker is actually up in the running as one of the best kickers. Brandon Aubrey is a really good one. And Chase McLaughlin in Tampa Bay, you got to give credit to Daniel Carlson over with the Raiders. He's an underrated kicker.
I think Boswell's just been super consistent over the years.
Yes.
Like
consistent, but not clutch.
He doesn't.
I don't like saying Boswell's a clutch kicker. I would never.
He's kind of the only reason
How
the
so?
Steelers have a winning season.
Right.
Consistent though. He's a consistent kicker.
But he's been
how many game-winning kicks?
Consistently won games.
How many? I would love to hear this. I actually know the stat off the top of my head. I would love either one of you to educate me on that.
Game-winning kicks.
Game-winning kicks. Comparing them to both McLaughlin and Aubrey.
Oh, probably way less. But how many times has he scored more points than our offense has?
Well, that's an offensive issue.
Like,
that's not a good thing. That's not something to brag about.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but for him, that's the reason we win games.
Exactly.
Yes. Because he's consistently able to be good. Like he doesn't really have bad moments.
You switch Boswell and Aubrey, is he going to be as consistent? Just saying, because Dallas' offense, I'll give Dallas offense credit. They actually have a pretty explosive offense. You switch that. I'm just saying.
Well, now they have George Pickens on offense. You have to throw that mix in.
Bingo.
Oh.
I'm agreeing with you.
But I worry, though, at some point.
He's surprised that I'm giving Dallas credit right now. He's shocked.
I worry about their offense because...
How to react.
Yeah, I know, right? Pickens and blanking here.
CD?
And CD, yeah. That is going to be one to watch because George had this issue in Pittsburgh. Is he always, tried to fight for the ball and he was always on the sideline
So
crying.
what, are we transitioning this to expectations for Dallas now?
I'm just saying I'm worried about how the offense plays out in Dallas because if that offense doesn't hold up, you can say goodbye to the season. I'm not exactly sure how Brian Schottenheimer is going to perform.
I'd be more worried about getting Micah back.
Micah was on the sideline sleeping, I saw on the one
He was
game.
laying on the table.
He was laying on the table collecting a paycheck.
Do you blame him?
No, but where do you think he ends up? Do you think he actually ends up?
All I know is the Browns were able to get Garrett. The Steelers were able to get Watt. The Bengals were somehow able to even get Hendrickson. The Commanders were able to lock in McLaurin. The Cowboys need to lock in Micah Parsons.
Yes.
They don't need to consider it. They don't need to think about it. They need to make a decision and lock in Micah Parsons. Because guess what? You don't bring back Micah Parsons, kiss that defense goodbye.
The fact they haven't done yet is actually really concerning.
So
Very
what's
Jerry's
their GM
rough.
doing? What's their general manager doing on the offseason? He's sleeping? Is he on the benches sleeping like everybody else?
Well, I would say something, but it's not podcast friendly.
Oh. That's just because that's how bad he is. Just like Pirates GM. He's so bad
We're
too.
not talking baseball today. Baseball is just...
But I'm just saying, Pirates GM, there's a lot of GM
You
openings.
were all over the place. You're jumping from Steelers to Cowboys. Stay on one topic, damn it.
I'm making the point here that there's a lot of GMs in a lot of different sports
We're
right
not
now.
going to Pirates. We're staying on the Cowboys.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of GMs in both baseball and football right now that are on the edge of losing their job, specifically of what seasons have been performing, what lackluster of players.
You're all over the place. Let me loop this back into the conversation that was at before. Cowboys expectations. I brought this up before and I'll bring it up again. How many times in NFL history has a first-year head coach
0.
won the Super Bowl?
We know the stat.
How many times have a first-year
You've
head
been
coach
saying the stat like you've recited it.
I have recited it because
My God, this is nothing new.
I'm preaching it to the gospel
Give me a new stat. Give me
you a new
something
stat?
new.
Okay. When was the last time the Dallas Cowboys were in a Super Bowl?
That's nothing new.
Because you're the type of person that like to take shots at other people's teams. I'm telling you right now, the two people that are sitting here, their teams were in the Super Bowl more recently, and at least in this decade.
Not the
Actually,
Cardinals.
your team hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Oh,
I'm not saying one. I'm saying being in one.
wow.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of general managers in football that are asleep at the wheel. Head coaches too, calling up specific players. I think there was a trade yesterday that the Steelers could have easily grabbed. There's a lot of wide receivers on the line. There's a lot of players, even in negotiations right now, that Steelers need a lot of help. A lot of teams need a lot of help. What's the general manager doing? Shouldn't you be on the phone fighting for that player, specific players that you need in certain categories?
That depends on the situation. I mean, some teams believe that they're complete. Some teams believe that.
Some teams that believe that are complete are normally dead by week 3.
It's a good point, but here's the thing. You got to really think about this. Like, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah, you could use another linebacker. But at this stage in the game, with training camp practically over, with the season right around the corner, are you really going out there and possibly ruining a future draft pick for a last-minute decision that's like a lust pick? It's like lust over perfection. Like, do you want, it looks so good. Like, yes, I could have this linebacker. That is what I need. But realistically, why aren't you just rolling with the guy that you've been training the entire time in training camp? There's that linebacker that, yeah, his ceiling may not be as high as this player you can go out and trade for. But at the end of the day, you know what you're going to get with the guy that you've been working with all summer versus a guy like, okay, yeah, he looked solid over in Los Angeles' training camp, but how's he going to do here? It's a completely different environment. It's all about adapting. So I get what you're saying. There are so many GMs out there that could be jumping the gun and being like, yeah, I need this move. But I don't blame some GMs for taking a step back. I don't, because if you put yourself in that GM role, you know what you have within this team. You worked with this team all summer. Why mess up that flow in that team chemistry by saying, okay, let me go grab this guy real quick? And I've never played football, but I've played team sports before. I think I'm not going to speak for both of you, but I've played high school sports. You've played a little bit of basketball, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Have you played a little bit of sports? Or
I played soccer and basketball.
Okay, so we've all played team sports here before. We all know that the second a new player comes in, yeah, you want to welcome him, you want to make it a brotherhood, but the chemistry is immediately off if this player joined starting to the season. You want to make sure that everybody is on pace, on track, and ready to go by week 1 because, like you said, Nick, by week 3, half these teams are going to be dead.
Well, there was a lot of head coach transitions, too, in the offseason. There was a lot of head coaches that just, said goodbye, created a lot of openings. We're just continuing to move down the line. Next will be moving up. Now it's GMs. There's a lot of GMs that could be on the edge of their last season that there's a lot of openings. Pretty soon it's going to be owners.
Depends on the situation. Like when you look at a quarterback, if a lot of the times whenever teams are moving on from GMs, they're also moving on from their quarterback. So you got to look at the teams that are ready to, like, that quarterback's on the hot seat. Like, I'll bring up a good example, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa is someone we've talked about for a long time saying, okay, listen, you need to make something happen. You need to stay healthy or else we're going to have to go out there and find a replacement. Well, if you're finding a replacement quarterback and you're also having a GM on the hot seat, it's better just to get rid of both at the same time so that when you bring in a new GM, this GM can have full control over the team and say, you know what, let me go up and grab my quarterback that I want so I can establish my team and build around him. Because if you don't do that, you're going to get a Jacksonville situation where you have Trevor Lawrence, who's worked with 3 different head coaches and 2 different GMs. You're going to have a Baker Mayfield situation from up in Cleveland. Look how long it took him to resurrect his career. You're going to have a Sam Darnold issue. Do we really need to go back to Adam Gase? I would prefer not to with the Jets. You would have prime Jacoby Brissett, prime Jimmy Garoppolo. We've seen how so many careers have been ruined and affected by it. So only few players can actually confidently say, yeah, I was drafted to my team and I worked with my GM throughout my tenure. Only a few quarterbacks come to mind. Ben Roethlisberger was one. Tom Brady was one. Aaron Rodgers was one. Drew Brees was one. Joe Montana was one. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. And guess what? They're all first ballot Hall of Famers.
Right.
Lamar Jackson is on pace for that. Josh Allen, say what you want about Sean McDermott. He's on pace for that. Joe Burrow, say what you want about Zach Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's on pace. Bingo. That's the quarterback storyline right there. Unfortunately, a Justin Herbert will never reach that. Unfortunately, a Trevor Lawrence will never reach that. I'm a Cardinals fan. Unfortunately, Kyler Murray will never reach that. Hate to break it to you, Dak Prescott will never reach that. That's just the situation we're in. You want to know someone who's on the uprise that actually might reach that? Jalen Hurts. You want to know someone who, if Terry McLaurin actually stays with the Commanders with these next 3 years, Jaden Daniels will be on that pace. I'll even give credit to Lucas with C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud will be on that pace.
What do you make of Sky Moore he's a New Ken native, going from the Chiefs to the 49ers?
Niners needed it.
As a wide receiver, literally.
I'm going to bounce this to you, Lucas. I know I've been talking a lot. I'm going to bounce this to you. All I'm going to say is Niners have 3 of their starting receivers hurt. That's fine.
Or they're in trouble with the law. Or they're either hurt or in trouble with the law. Was that a good move? What do you think of Sky? What'd you make of his performance at the Chiefs? And how do you think that translates to the 49ers for this upcoming season?
That's a good one to end off on.
I mean, I don't have like a ton to say about it. I mean, they needed it. It was a good trade or a good deal, I guess, in my opinion.
I mean, my contract is up too at this podcast, so I'm available anytime.
I mean, you're still here though.
You're correct. I'm working past my contract negotiations.
Are you getting a revenue on that?
No.
I mean, you could just take a sleeper here on the table like Micah did. Kobe.
Wow, that was sad.
You missed.
I know I did.
Just like the Steelers are going to miss the Super Bowl again.
And just like how the Dallas is probably going to miss the playoffs.
I don't think so. But okay, back to...
I mean, you might get tossed out by Green Bay week 1.
Back to Sky Moore, because I think he's important. Back to Sky. What do you make of
You
this?
think he's important?
In this aspect, because he's going to the 49ers, they don't really have much wide receiver depth right now.
I still think the Niners are just going to struggle, though.
I think they're going to struggle in total?
My question is, can like over half this team stay healthy? If CMC isn't healthy, season's over. If Brock Purdy's not healthy, season's over.
Same with Tua. I mean, season's over.
If the wide receivers can't stay healthy,
season's
over. Like the Niners are such a questionable team. It was a good move at the end of the day, but they're still going to struggle. I mean, he's not like a generational player. Like he's not going to solve all the team's problems.
Right, but
he was a good pickup. I would say it was a good pickup.
Could kind of contribute some aspect.
He could contribute. He will contribute.
Okay.
Do you guys like grapes?
Yes.
What?
Grapes.
I'm going somewhere with this. Do you
Yes,
guys like
yes,
grapes?
I like.
Yes.
Do you guys like grapes? Have you guys ever like peeled off like the individual grapes off the actual grapevine, or were you more of the type like to actually get like the grocery store bought grapes that was already peeled off the vine?
I peeled them off the vine.
Okay, so you know when you peel them off the vine, like you can reuse them. So like if I peel one grape off the vine, I eat the grape. You can put the vine back for later, and nothing's gonna change on that grapevine, right? It's the same thing with adding Sky Moore to the San Francisco 49ers. It changes absolutely
Can we not, like...
nothing. No, timeout. Sky Moore is a multi-time Super Bowl champion. He is talented as can be. He is very fast, very electric, and great on special teams. But outside of that, let's be honest, Nick, the 49ers is a train wreck right now. He adds nothing. Just like me taking one grape off the grapevine means absolutely nothing. That's a great analogy.
Then the vine has one less grape.
It does have one less grape, but guess what? Was it really even that good?
I mean, it was all right.
We all know the best grape is the last grape off the grapevine. It's the juiciest.
Sometimes the last grape's a little squishy.
It's the juiciest, though.
Yeah, but like I don't like the
You're not a
the
juicy
grape
guy?
needs,
That make-
the grape needs to be crunchy. I need the
What about
crunch into
what about blackberries, peaches?
You're done.
Yeah, just quiet down, bud.
Okay, I want to end
No,
off.
I mean they're not bad. I mean peaches are my favorite. Blackberries are cool though.
I want to end off on a serious note because there's going to be a big event coming at Point Park in October,
I didn't tell him to do this either.
Wow.
This makes me happy.
and
I didn't even tell him to do this.
no, he did not. I go off the record a lot.
This is a great one to end off.
Don't be ready
and-
again.
What? And you are a co-host of Two Jagoffs. You're a reoccurring guest on Still City. What do you make of Two Jagoffs Live coming to Point Park in October? And what do you make of Day of Giving as a student?
I mean it's very cool that we got this opportunity. If Austin doesn't include me for at least a little segment, I'm quitting the team.
Sorry, bud.
No, huh?
Huh? Good.
I was just gonna say no. It's really cool. In all seriousness, it's gonna be a blast. I will definitely be there. I
Be
don't
there
know.
or be square. You gotta show up.
I can't speak for the rest of the team because Kevin and Jack would have to pay, and they're both their money's like
That's their issue. We're
Yeah.
talking about Point Park students.
nah.
Sorry, Kev. Sorry, Jack.
Jack's playing Xbox right now. Who cares about that guy? Imagine not being in school.
But what do you make of Two Jagoffs Live, first ever podcast live, coming to Point Park live? I'm emphasizing Two Jagoffs Live because it's the first ever podcast live
Do you
in the fishbowl.
Do you think it's a live podcast?
I think it might be.
I don't know yet. Can you say live one more time?
Live.
Okay, it might be live.
It is live.
I think it's
I
live.
think it's live.
I think it's live.
It's something cool. I never thought that would happen.
I never thought.
I don't think Point Park has ever thought that would happen.
Probably
to give
not.
Austin Cairns
Full creative control.
full creative control,
Yeah, this is where it all goes
full
downhill.
video control, full everything control, I think is something remarkable and kind of sets the bar for where podcasts in Pittsburgh and podcasts at Point Park should be.
He's
Oh.
very aggressive over here.
All I know is Pittsburgh City Paper's going to regret leaving Two Jagoffs off.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Yes. So
We'll be on there next year, damn.
Oh
it.
yeah.
are you excited as a student? What do you make a Day of Giving and you're trying to raise money to give back to students?
I mean, obviously, I've never been here for it. It's from what I've heard, it's great. And I get a T-shirt if Austin actually remembers. I'm excited. I hope we hit the goal. I hope we smash the goal. I hope we go over the goal. I'm
All comes
excited.
back to us.
Huh?
It
It
all
does.
comes back to us in the long run.
It does. Maybe they'll reopen some bus routes. Not for him though. He'll still have 104. That's insane.
104 stops.
Insane.
I'll tell you what, though. Day of Giving, I've said it so many times. I'm gonna sound like a broken record if I keep going on. But
I'll let you be. It's okay for Day of Giving.
For real? Okay. I'm very blessed, honored, humbled.
Don't look at me like that, new management.
Really? I'm very blessed, honored, and humbled to have the distinguished honor of being able to host Two Jagoffs Live and help raise money and give back to the students because obviously I'm all about helping out, all about giving back to our communities, all about giving back to students like this, unfortunately, who may not have the funds to pay for college or just doesn't pay on time.
Hey, don't talk to Triple P like that.
Triple feed, the prodigy. I actually like that. But no, in all seriousness, thank you, Point Park. I really do appreciate it. We are going to put on, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. We are going to put
An
on the
extravagant show.
No, we're gonna put on the big ass event that Point Park has never
That's a
seen
bad
before.
word.
I don't care. It's still city commuters, damn it.
The big ass event that Point Park has ever seen. That didn't make sense.
No, I said we're gonna put on a big ass event, and it's gonna be something that Point Park has never seen before.
One of a kind.
Unlike
I
I meant to say unlike something that Point Park has never seen before.
There we go.
I can't wait to see the turnout. One, because it's going to be a networking event for me. Of course, I'll be networking.
Yeah, we'll have chairs, cocktail
There's
tables.
going to be chairs, cocktail
drinks.
tables. There's going to be a lot of people. I know some of the guests out of respect and privacy of what I've been able to say.
You both know them.
I'm not allowed to speak on behalf of this event. I have to keep everything
We'll
quiet.
keep it secretive.
We have to keep it secretive because we want you to show up to the event. That's the most important part about this event is show up.
Goop doesn't know I'm covering his ear, so he doesn't hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm excited. It's going to be a
Steve knows either.
It's going to be a long day for me because I'm not even going to have time to go home. So I'm literally bringing everything with me.
I know.
What do you need?
I'm breaking out the suit. What do you mean, what do I need?
For what?
To network. Do you know the names that are going to be here? One that,
Be here, be square.
yes, one that like is my all-time favorite, hopefully. Like, I'm not going to say it on air because,
I'm probably gonna be on a tux.
Well, that makes sense. You're gonna be on the camera.
and what are you going to be in?
A hoodie and shorts.
Hoodie and
Oh,
shorts.
jeez. I got to break out the best suit.
I'm just the guy that stands there and kicks people out.
Yeah, he's the bouncer.
And I'm the networker. Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks
No,
for
you're
coming.
the caddy secretary.
I mean, don't worry. People will be able to hear me the whole time because I'll be booing him.
Right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'll be booing him. So you
But
guys
two Jagoffs live.
Great event.
October.
Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 7, right in the fishbowl. If you're a student, you get in free with an ID. If you're 21 and plus, make sure you bring a registered ID because you get one free drink as well. And if you are an outsider or a donor, then there'll be more ticket prices soon to come. You can also pay at pointparkalumni.com if you would like to donate.
There you have it.
There we have it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Steel City Commuters. Nick, nice job with the intro today.
Thank you. A little bit of a change.
We'll let you do that maybe going forward. Why not?
I had to do it.
Now you can officially join the club of saying that you've done an intro for.
I know. I need to take a break. I already have to do it on 2 Jagoffs twice a week. I only get 1 break a month there on Lucas Kuhns. So
I had to do it in honor of Lucas and new management and his first returning episode as a Point Park student.
and from this day
First episode as a
Yes, first
episode. And from this day forward, the new management and old management beef will be put aside until we can take down
corrupt
management. Not for now.
Screw corrupt management.
Yeah, screw them. Little DX. Screw corrupt management.
I mean, the one guy's literally a weasel, and
One's 5'2".
One guy's named some guy.
Some guy.
Some guy.
Like you're just another guy named John, buddy.
Some guy named Nick. Some guy named LK.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy named Fairboy.
Some guy named 5'2".
Dumb weasel.
Dumb weasel, exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all again so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all 3 of us. Go check out 2 Jagoffs as well. New episode tomorrow. We'll see you all in the next one.
Peace.